Namaste, Jai Bharat. It had become a kind of fashion for most part of the European world to treat Bharat as something below. That's a kind of phenomenon that we had been seeing. When there was a cartoon published some time back in whichever magazine, of course I don't want to mention the name of the magazine, that says that a farmer with a cow is knocking at the door of space program. Yes, we are farmers. We are an agrarian country. We worship cow. We treat cow as Go Mata, but we have the Vedic wisdom, Upanishadic knowledge, and we have created world religions. Except the Semitic traditions, what's available to you mostly, all other world religions belong to Bharat. And those religions are the most sensible religions in the world, I would say. So that kind of a thing used to exist, which is slowly and very slowly changing. And people had been working hard towards it. I'm talking about the nuclear program in the world. The uranium deposit today in the world is low, very low. And the nuclear requirement of the world is more. But my nation, Bharat, has thorium deposit, which is little more than 25% of the whole world thorium deposits. And how thorium can be made into uranium enrichment, people thought about 70 years before, 50 years before. And those who planned about this were systematically annihilated. One was Dr. Homi Bhabha. He created this program of creating a reactor which would create plutonium, and with that plutonium, thorium could be activated. This was his plan. He spoke to the then Prime Minister Nehru. Just imagine those days. And he was not quite interested because he was more interested in keeping his image to the world. So Dr. Bhabha was not really very actually not supported at all. Then afterwards, when Lal Bahadur Shastri became the Prime Minister of Bharat, he was a nationalist. In spite of being a congressman, in spite of being in the mess of the Congress politics, Lal Bahadur Shastri, a traditional Hindu, Brahmin of course, was a nationalist. He was interested. He pushed the program forward. He said, do anything, but do, your objective is great. To Dr. Bhabha. Well, he was killed, I would say killed. He died of heart attack mysteriously. Who are the people played behind it? Everyone knows. Nobody speaks. No one speaks because no one has evidence. And then Dr. Homi Bhabha, same time, nearby time, Dr. Homi Bhabha dies in an air crash. 2 scientists gone. How about Vikram Sarabhai? He died in mysterious circumstances. Series of scientists were killed. Series of scientists were killed who could potentially involve in the nuclear energy program. Bharat is not making nuclear energy to create atom bombs or plutonium bombs. Bharat is creating it to make the energy requirement met. If at that time Lal Bahadur Shastri was not killed, if at that time Dr. Homi Bhabha was not killed, if Dr. Vikram Sarabhai was not killed, and many such scientists were not killed, we would have made nuclear reactor long back. And behind this, the only one political will that we got was one that of Lal Bahadur Shastri. Prior to him and after him, people were more bothered about their image and reputation and relations with other nations. Surface level relations, never deep level relations. Deep level relations we can't have with many people because they don't really genuinely find Bharat respectable because they are incapable of understanding the potentiality of Bharat. Now the world started realizing it slowly. It took a long time. It took such a long time for Narendra Modi, a real nationalist, to become the Prime Minister of Bharat. Then, of course, nothing can stop him because he is a nationalist in the sense he would work for the nation. He wouldn't compromise. Nation first is nation first in capital letters. With him, things moved forward. Moved forward in such a manner that recently, couple of days before, we have created the required reactor in Tamil Nadu, Kilpak. There were so many NGOs in Bharat. When this reactor, some movement takes place there, they will agitate. They will try everything to arrest the movement within. And how Hindustan Aeronautical Limited, which in 1950s planned to make fighter aircraft, could not do it. It's because there were pressures from external agencies, something akin to the deep state, if not the deep state itself, which would use all instruments to retard the movement forward of anything in terms of progress towards weaponry, towards anything. They don't want others to come up. They do not want Bharat to come up for various reasons. But we are not ambitious about others' property. We are only trying to be Atmanirbhar. It took all these years for someone to speak Atmanirbhar. It happens now. It's only with the present government. The concept of Atmanirbharta becomes vibrant. Otherwise, such thoughts were discouraged and stripped of their essence. Now, recently, this Kalpakam reactor has achieved stage 1. Call it a stage 1 for some technical reason. Stage 1 is creating plutonium. These are two technicals. I am not a physics man. My wife is physics. But even from her I could not learn. Plutonium, that will go to thorium, then that will get enriched, will act like uranium or become uranium. I do not know these chemical aspects of it. But we have world's 25% of thorium deposit in our own hands. It means we will become independent. Dependency on other nations, see the results. When Bharat wanted supercomputer, nobody helped. Of course, India is a nation of great potentiality, of great minds, with a history of ancestral great minds. We made our own supercomputer. Maybe it will take some time. Then we wanted cryogenic engines. Nobody gave us. We had to make our own cryogenic engines. Look at our evolution. Whenever we wanted help, it's actually shortcut. Somebody makes it, you take from him. Whenever we were discouraged, we struggled and made things possible. But for this, we needed political will. Political will from the ruling government, which happens now only. There was a time when Indian Army was given 60 rounds, a pair of KD pants, and they were with DP rifles. They were sent to battlefield. There was a time. Didn't bother about the requirement of the army. Those people who you can find out through history. Now we achieved breakthrough. We have thorium, largest thorium deposit of the world. 25% of the total world thorium deposit is something significant. And we have achieved the ability to make thorium active through creating plutonium, sending plutonium to thorium. With the political will, we can make all our energy requirement, with our own resources, with our own thorium, with our own plants, and we shall not have power shortage. Now, of course, we depend largely on solar energy. That would continue. Maybe in the future, there's a possibility that we can run automobiles with small reactors. Energy, no predicting what's going to be tomorrow. It's logically possible. It's logically possible that we can have a motor car running with nuclear energy. Logically possible. That time, the dependency on others will be much less. We make our own things to our own convenience, to our own pockets, ability, capacity. This was actually a sad story. This is a sad story actually. What we could have achieved at least 60 years before, we are now achieving 60 years later. 60 plus years, it will be much more than 60. We have made Tejas aircraft. We have made some other aircraft, which would have happened in at least early 60s or late 50s, if there was support. Funds we need primarily from government. It was all the socialistic principle, centrally government owned. And socialistic principles have this drawback. Once it is socialism, see the principle of socialism is to everyone according to his work. And the principle of communism is to everyone according to his need. Well, this shall be taken nicely, I am sure, but it's provided by the state. Whether you work or not, that's the point. Whether you work or not. Your food is ready, your requirements is ready, if everything is given, then that will render you incapable. Man has to be competitive. Man has to compete. Healthy competition to excel in life. That competition vanishes all on a sudden from society in both socialistic and communistic regime. That's the one important advantage of capitalism. No real capitalism is found anywhere, and no real communism is possible. It's a kind of overlapping system all over the world. We let corporate go, we let private sector flourish, because this private sector don't count on the individuals working behind it. You just see the result of their activities in the society, how many people gets employed, and how when there is competition, price come down. becomes affordable. So many advantages. I need not to tell you. These school students should know, and shall know. So this is a great achievement for Bharat. Nuclear reactor. Plutonium to thorium, and thorium is our own. We can make any amount of energy in whichever way. And I really believe that in future our trains, aircraft and automobiles shall run on mini reactors. It's a logical possibility. I'm thinking aloud. And then we need not run for fuel to anywhere else. Our own deposit shall be more than sufficient to run the show for a real long time. And when gets exhausted, we might either we might either not be these things, or we'll have another alternatives or options. Something new shall come up. We shall meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat. Jai Sri Ram.